Hello, welcome to the show, and we are about 3.5 weeks away from the start of Summer League play in men's and women's basketball. But in the meantime, our teams are holding their own against some of the big boys and girls in the country. The latest league upset came on Saturday when South Dakota went to Minnesota and got the Gophers. Trey Burnett with a big first half for USD, and the Coyotes had a 6-point lead at the break. They end up going to double overtime, and South Dakota wins it 85-81. Minnesota native Eric Robertson with 16 points in the win for South Dakota. And in non-conference home games, Minnesota had won 47 in a row. 47, but the Yotes put an end to that streak. And Eric Robertson earns Player of the Week honors for the first time in his career. He scored 7 straight points near the end of regulation in that game to force overtime. And then he made a jump shot to tie the game again and send it into the second overtime before the Coyotes came out ahead. And how about Devin Patterson at Omaha? He hit a 3-pointer at the buzzer to give the Mavericks a 197 win at Montana State. Patterson poured in a career-high 38 points. Montana State's stats actually had him down for 41. But anyway, Patterson and Robertson, the players of the week. Back to South Dakota for a moment, and after losing 3 of their first 4, the Coyotes have won 4 in a row now. Trey Burnett is going to be a force all season for USD, and with more on him, here is Nicole Griffith in Vermilion.
Senior guard Trey Burnett spent 2 years playing for Coach Eric Peterson at Williston State in North Dakota. When Peterson joined Coach Craig Smith's staff in South Dakota last season, Burnett followed and became a Coyote. Burnett was one of 3 players to start every game last season and was named to the Summit League All-Newcomer team after averaging 8 points and 6 rebounds per game. But the transition from the junior college level to the Division I level wasn't as easy as it looked.
Well, on the court-wise, the game's just much faster, and I had a little lack, and I had a little transition period. So I had to just get a couple games under my belt to just get really in rhythm and everything. Struggles are going to come, basically. You just got to keep your head up and keep your confidence up and just try to keep working and keep being determined to be better.
Burnett credits Coach Peterson for getting him to USD and says he's always showing him ways to improve.
Me and him had already established a relationship, so it was much easier to confide in him and be able to talk to him about different possibilities and what always going to happen if I came to USD, and he just really helped me out, gave me a lot of insight on the change that would happen. When I was looking for schools, he was basically presenting the opportunity to me and saying that he was possibly going to go be an assistant and that the head coach was also recruiting me, and so it worked out perfectly.
Last year, Burnett led the team in steals and was the Coyotes' 4th leading scorer. Down 3 starters from last year, Burnett says all 5 seniors play an important role on this year's team.
I think what makes this team special is that everybody has a tremendous work ethic, and nobody's satisfied if we win a game, and everybody's determined to just keep pushing and keep going forward. We expect a lot out of each other, and we come in every day, every night, and just work as hard as we possibly can.
Burnett is second on the team in scoring right now, and he leads USD with over 7 rebounds per game. And remember that other huge upset a couple of weeks ago? We will hear what it was like for Western Illinois after knocking off Wisconsin.
Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort, Dakota Land Honda, and South Dakota Corn. Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and the Sioux Falls Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Well, the Summit League has another crack at a big upset in men's basketball Wednesday night when IPFW plays at Indiana. And we've already had 2 wins against Big Ten teams, South Dakota over Minnesota and Western Illinois over Wisconsin. Here are the Leathernecks looking back on that thrill of a lifetime.
A lot of people haven't really seen our full potential, and we really wanted to show everybody what we could really do, and an upset happens.
Well, going into that game, I think that's the most focused I've seen the entire group as a whole.
The Wisconsin game was a great opportunity right away. The first game of the season on the road, hostile environment.
I know when I first walked into the Kohl Center, it was like, a little kid in a candy store. I was in awe.
Coming into that game, I know we were all very confident in ourselves and believed in each other. And then once those first, 5 minutes we were in the game, that just made it even better. Like, our confidence just grew off of that, and we just believed even more.
The crowd was great. I loved it, and it was just like when pressure comes, I don't know, I feel at ease almost in pressure situations. So.
4, Koenig, jumper, short, and it's rebounded by Stensgaard, and it's over. And Western Illinois has upset Wisconsin.
We beat them, like, it was crazy. I don't know. It was. I don't even know how to explain it.
It was one of the best feelings I've had in my basketball career. Just going up and grabbing that rebound, this is actually happening. We did it.
It was just a tremendous feeling, overwhelming joy. Shed a few tears of joy right before I addressed the team, simply because just everything that they went through, everything that we went through as a program the year before with all the injuries.
It just really didn't set in, to be honest, until like the next day. It was crazy. It was a crazy feeling. Like, it was unbelievable. Everybody just charged the court.
We felt just great. I mean, but all that add up. We practiced for them so much. The time we put in to prepare for them.
It allowed our young men to get a taste of what that type of post-game celebration feels like, and hopefully they work hard each and every day to make sure that we can continue that trend and hopefully be dancing in March.
Well, the Leathernecks took their lumps in a loss at Iowa on Monday night, but Western is still 6-2 on the season. Denver's men are 5-3 right now. The Pioneers dropped a close one against Air Force on Saturday. Nate Engesser off the bench with 20 for Denver, but the Pioneers fall by 2, 61-59. Denver's got a game at San Diego this week. And speaking of which, coming up next, an outing to the San Diego Zoo with the women's basketball team from North Dakota State.
Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort, Dakota Land Honda, and South Dakota Corn. Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and the Sioux Falls Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Welcome back. Now to women's basketball. The state of South Dakota sweeps this week's Player of the Week honors. You got Nicole Seekamp at the U of South Dakota. She had 24 points. Coyotes beat Drake. Drake's first loss of the season. They were the top 10 in the mid-major poll at the time. And then 18 points, 6 steals for Seekamp in a win over Portland State. Clarissa Ober at South Dakota State had a good week too. A double-double, if you will. 19 points, 13 rebounds in a Jackrabbit win over Portland State, and 12 and 10 in a win over Northern Colorado. Ober can go inside and out. She made 3 threes in those 2 wins as well. Well, one of the great things about playing college basketball is you get to travel to some cool places to play games. North Dakota State just got back from a trip to San Diego, where they got to visit one of that city's world-famous attractions.
Oh my God! I'm so excited!
We not messing with that reptile house.
I need to make a funny snap story. And now coming out of its natural habitat from the shrubberies. You're precious. I bet you could snap my finger off there. Okay, this guy's messing with everyone. That's like the weebs of this monkey group. Ralph! Hello, Ralph. Whoa! Oh! He's done with your attitude, weebs. I want a pet. Hey! You're so cute! Is that, they look like teeth though. Crikey!
What do tigers dream of when they take a little time to sleep? We look at the giraffe.
The giraffe.
Coffee.
If you worked in a zoo, what exhibit would you want to work in? Really?
Hands down.
Oh yeah, all right. Otters. No, they're actually so powerful. Hey, do you know a fun fact? Their sweat is pink and it's got natural sunscreen in it.
Yes.
Look at it. Wow.
Is that a hippo?
Do you reckon he just, like, for fun, rides the waterfall? These things are adorable.
Where did that one come from?
He is putting on a show and he knows it.
Zachary and Penelope. Make a really cute couple. I think they're fighting now.
Oh yeah, they're definitely having some turmoil in the relationship. Oh, he is posing. He knows that. He knows everyone's looking at him. So this tells you how big you are compared to polar bear, and I'd be about as big as a 3-month-old cub, maybe. Oh yeah, I could totally take one. Look how cute this is though. Like this guy, like he's gonna kill me, but he's super cute. Lions? Oh, definitely about like a 10. But I need to see like a male lion or else, you know, they're just big cats otherwise.
Oh my God.
He's capturing us making selfies.
What day is it?
Hump day. Hey, that's a giraffe! Bree's life is complete. Guys, all right. And the koala sleeps like 22 or 23 hours a day. So how much is that guy? Plus he's Australian. Question. What animal do you think represents Coach today? I'll tell you what I said after. I know exactly.
I'd probably say a giraffe because she's so tall.
Oh, I didn't say that. I said she was the female lion because
Oh, that's a good one.
Because she claw us to death.
It's time to exit the zoo, everybody.
Coming up, how a Wisconsin kid, now at the University of South Dakota, has become the most dominant diver in the Summit League right now.
Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort, Dakota Land Honda, and South Dakota Corn. Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and the Sioux Falls Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Well, Summit League swimming and diving teams are quietly going about their business on a campus near you. It is mid-season right now with the league championships coming up in mid-February. Grayson Herding will be at the championships. She is already a 2-time Summit League Diver of the Year. Here is Alex Heinert in Vermillion with more on this South Dakota standout.
It's a Thursday afternoon, and South Dakota junior Grayson Herding is at diving practice. It's a sight seen nearly every day during the season, but with the USD pool located in relative isolation inside the Dakota Dome, the work Herding and her teammates do here often goes unnoticed by those outside the program.
I don't think a lot of people know that we have a pool here, but I feel like recognition has helped. People are realizing that there's a swim team here and that we do fairly well.
Even though USD's swimming and diving teams aren't often in the spotlight, it's not for lack of accomplishments. Both teams have produced quality results in the Summit League in recent years, but it's Herding, a junior from Appleton, Wisconsin, who stands out. After winning a Wisconsin State diving championship in high school, Herding had no shortage of college offers, but a hometown connection with then USD diving coach Chris Huntsman put Vermillion on Grayson's radar. She didn't officially choose the Coyotes, though, until very late in the recruiting process.
Took a lot of pride in poking to get her to finally commit. She was one of those late signees for us, but she's blossomed ever since we had her show up.
I definitely chose the right choice, definitely the right school. Knew that, I think, the first week.
Choosing a college was stressful for Herding, but it's a feeling she's accustomed to, especially when she's on the diving board.
A lot of pressure, guys. Diving is a stressful sport. I put a lot of stress on myself, and sometimes it overcomes my want to do well, if that makes sense. It's gonna sound dumb, but I just try to calm down. I put on music, I talk with my friends, and try to come down a little bit from that anxiety and just even myself out and do what I know how to do.
What she knows how to do is win. Since arriving at USD, Herding has won almost everything a Summit League diver can, including back-to-back conference titles in both the 1 and 3 meters, 2 Diver of the Year honors, and a ridiculous 23 Summit League Diver of the Week awards. It's safe to say the amount of success and how quickly it's come has surpassed expectations.
We thought her ability to come in and do well for us was high. We didn't quite know that she was going to be this dominating this early. You know, I think we maybe thought by our junior, senior year we might see some of this. We didn't think we'd see it her freshman, sophomore year.
I was hoping to do well, but I was a freshman. I didn't really know what I was walking into. I think it was that conference when I did end up winning. It kind of told me that I can do it, and I'm able to do well at something that I love.
Success hasn't come without sacrifice.
You practice every day for about 2 hours, some conditioning in between. A lot of time.
Grayson's hitting 20 hours a week, the max the NCAA allows us. I mean, she's in here 20 hours a week, and that's not including the time I'm sure she's thinking about it away from the pool.
But Herding has been able to thrive despite the full-time commitment of being both a D1 athlete and a nursing major.
One thing Grayson probably wouldn't tell you is she's also a 4.0 student. She does a job in the classroom. She's a coach's dream come true.
Looking ahead, Herding has her sights set on another sweep at the conference championships in Indianapolis this February.
I would really like to do well again at conference. I've done it for the past 2 years, and it'd be nice to do it again and I guess just keep improving.
Beyond that, it's the NCAA Zone Championships in Texas, a meet Herding's earned an invite to for the 3rd straight year against some of the best divers in the nation.
Our zone is a pretty tough zone. It includes Texas, Texas A&M, Minnesota, a lot of those Big 12, Big 10 teams that are really, really good.
It's a little bit of an adjustment to see crazy divers and crazy dives, but it's adjustment, but you figure it out.
And this is a year where she wants to go and not just make it, but she wants to go and do something when they make it back to finals, make that next step to making the NCAA championships.
It's that drive to not be fully satisfied, even with greatness, that has Herding in position to continue to make a splash in the Summit League and beyond.
She's the one athlete I would say every year at the end of the year isn't satisfied with where the season ended, and she goes farther than the other athletes. So I think that says a lot about her. She wants to continue to get better.
I think the past success pushes me the most. I know that I can do it, and so now I want to continue doing it.
Up next in the campus spotlight, sports psychology programs for student athletes are one of the hot trends in the country right now, and Western Illinois is one of the few and one of the first to offer this unique opportunity.
Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort, Dakota Land Honda, and South Dakota Corn. Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and the Sioux Falls Convention and Visitors Bureau.
We go to Macomb, Illinois this week for the campus spotlight and a program at Western Illinois called LEAP. It's designed to help athletes improve their performance by taking advantage of sports science and psychological counseling.
Just over 6 months ago, Western Illinois athletics brought a new meaning to the word LEAP.
The impetus of LEAP was we recognized a need among our student-athlete population to assist with psychological sport performance, to have another resource for them to be able to talk to people on campus, whether it's about things that are going on between the lines or outside the lines in the classroom.
LEAP is a comprehensive, collaborative performance psychology program directed at the achievement of all Western Illinois student athletes. Composed of faculty and staff representing several athletic and academic groups around campus.
We have a whole group of medical professionals and people with sports psychology backgrounds, and then we have some athletics department staff that really are just sort of liaisons, assisting with the process, the implementation, the administration of the program. We have a lot of qualified people on campus that are helping us make this happen.
These LEAP members collaborate on programming and initiatives designed to improve student-athlete well-being.
It's a collaboration across campus, across entities. Lots of staff in the athletic department have been wonderful and helped.
The mission of LEAP is for Leatherneck student-athletes to connect with sports science and mental health experts to learn to best use their mental and emotional skills and to meet personal, team, and program-specific performance goals.
One of the challenges we've faced, even though we have a wonderful counseling center, is our student athletes have been reluctant to go up because they are in the public eye. So for us to help them go up there and be that transition helps them get the best care sooner. So it is comprehensive in the sense from performance enhancement. We'll do team building stuff, we'll do concentration, focus, goal setting with our teams, our individuals.
The athletics department at Western Illinois contains a diverse student-athlete population that requires the LEAP partners to cater their initiatives to any issue a student-athlete needs a solution to.
there's some commonalities, but there's also some differences between the different student-athlete experiences, and this group has done a really good job of recognizing those and providing the appropriate resources for those.
The LEAP initiative is already seeing some positive results, as many student-athlete cases have turned for the positive and making their athletic experience at Western Illinois a successful one.
I'll give you a good success story that we've been able to share early this semester already. Is an individual who came to campus with some challenges and initially approached LEAP for performance enhancement concerns with their sport and wanting to get better with that and academically. So perfect referral, we'll sit down, we'll talk. It became really obvious within about 10-15 minutes this person had some clinical issues that they were dealing with and they had no care for it. So from there we went to our counseling center and to our health center, and within say 2 hours they'd had a counseling center appointment. By the end of the day, they had an appointment with our team physician, had met, and had received medications. And they had established an ongoing relationship for their clinical issues. They'd set up the prescription, and we all agreed that's how the system's supposed to work, with a phone call and a couple emails to make everyone aware this individual's coming our way, this is what I think we may have. We can make really good care happen for our student athletes.
The LEAP program is the first of its kind at WIU, which is following the trend of the rest of collegiate athletics.
And the LEAP program is available all the time, 24 hours, 7 days a week. It's provided at no cost to athletes, coaches, and staff at Western Illinois. Thanks to all our Summit League shooters. We will see you next week on Inside the Summit League.